Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Carolina Panthers. Pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense. I thought he may go the distance to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal at the 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire. D Ford that time getting the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
D Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deep Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got room. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
There's Tremble, the tight end.
Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. (21-0) our score after 1.
2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Flushed out right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. There he goes right side. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return. And
how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D4 in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
The fullback comes through with a big play there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. From the 36, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That caught by Trimble. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Working with a 2nd and 4. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Now Lawrence.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, powering his way forward. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Swift on the counter. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Lawrence's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Panthers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Josh Jones.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing after the interception. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Deep 4 in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st down, Swift. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
And the Panthers have recovered.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until then. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now it's Swift.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run the counter. Swift. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now a give right side Swift. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.